Righto. Oh, Bobby, it'll be finished pretty quickly. We just get it done. Shall be finished very quickly. Let's go. Whoa. Come on. Come on and turn. And that way. Up. Very easy to catch today. Yes, you will. See how easy you are to put the bridle on, though. Be that easy. Very windy, crazy weather. Isn't the best. Bit of gunk there again. Cleaned off yesterday, didn't we? And now look at it. Second again. Thick mud. Everywhere. No? Such thick mud. Say, I do it all the time. Keeps you warm, doesn't it? Have a big fight today with each other. We're not going to have a fight, are we? I hope not. I'll think about it. nice, isn't it? Yeah. Nice and sunny day at the moment. And good morning everybody. I can't see anything at the moment because I don't have my glasses on, so I have no idea who's there, if anybody, but if you are there, good morning. And I can't see a darn thing, but we'll soon see what we're going to do. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I can't see what you guys are doing, so apologies for that. Pretty windy. Wind has been picking up steadily during the morning, so it's starting to get a little bit more windy. We'll see how we go. I'm sure there's nothing here that's going to cause an issue. See what she does when I pop the saddle on, if she carries on or not today. She carried on slightly yesterday, not too bad, but it was the bridling where she had the issue. And she's not trying to run away or anything, so that's good. Good girl. Good job. I don't know, not sure. So we're going to put it there. And this is how I avoid getting hurt. Put it there before I go, instead of going under, because she's a striker. And you can see there she starts the crap happening right away. Okay, just going to relax her. So if she wants to fight again today, that's all right, she can fight all she likes. We know that it's all just behavioural. But I do have to be careful that she doesn't strike me. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give her a bit of a feel there with a bit of a pull there. So I'm just pulling on that where it's giving a little bit of pressure, and I'm asking to drop her head while I'm doing it. She's accepting that, so we take it slow with her. We don't want to be pushy and cause an issue. We're going to go slow. And I guarantee you, she'll either test me fully and go ape shit on me, or she'll calm down and settle down fairly quickly. But what I'm saying to her right now with my body language is, let's keep calm, patient and relaxed. Just drop one. Very loosely. There's a reason why we take our time. It's a young horse. Don't want to piss her off and damage her. I just want her to turn for me so she's having a feel of that girth without getting angry and upset. Big trucks going through. starting again. So we're going to stop. Good girl. Relax. I'm watching that behaviour there. Good girl. And relax. There we go. Done up a full another notch. Now I'm going to ask her to go for a wander. Up. And I want her to walk around for me. And I am going to get out my extension stick so she doesn't cheat. Coming too close to me. The sooner that she does everything, the sooner we finish. I want to get that back into her logic. Walk on, good girl, and she's listening nicely. A lot of mares are very girthy, especially if they're up. I'm going to ask her to go that direction now. And I'm going to make it, yet again, it's her choice what she's going to do. I can't stop her. So I'm going to ask her as nicely but as firmly as I can. So she understands that I mean what I'm asking. I'm not playing games. This way. Come on, back out. So she's cutting across there. That's not good enough. We've got to go further out again. Yep. Pretty hard with a little bit more force. Walk a little quicker. She's very cranky. Up. Give me the look that I'm not impressed with. And that face there, I want her to lose that attitude. No, keep going. Don't want her looking at me and pulling that face. That face, that's no good for me. Up. No, she's trying to get out of it. Now ask her to pick up the pace here. Up. Let's go. Quicker, trot. Good girl. Trot. Come past in just a second. You're going to take it nice and easy. I want her not to cut in. Don't want her cutting in. If she cuts in, she's going to get a sting there. Stay out. I want her to respect my space. Especially when she's in a move like this. Now for a trot. 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 And I'm saying to her, back out. Don't come in. So that body language she's showing there, I'm going to ask her to turn again and come towards camera, and then I'm going to ask her to come in. Face in. There, well. So I don't like hook. Hook. Don't like the attitude she's got right now. It's a little bit pushy. That's a young horses for you. They are pushy at times. So we're going to have a look at how we're going to address that. Because what we don't want is her doing her pawing at me again like she did yesterday. And that was really terrible because she did it for about 45 minutes where she just wasn't connecting the way I wanted her to. So today we're going to try and start with a nice connection where she's got not a sour attitude. We're not going to even try until the attitude's good and decent. Touching that side, she's got the shits. Side, not so much. Well, this is a good sign. She's not trying to run away. So that's a good sign. she's going to back and she's going to pull. You don't want to start anything until that attitude changes, so we're going to back. She wants to back, we're going to back, back. We'll keep backing, back, back, until she gets so sick of backing. You want to go back? We're going to go back. Go back. Let's go back. Drop and back. And back. Let her think about that. You can see she's licking and chewing there. I want her to think about it. We don't want to have a big fight with her like we had the other day, so I'm going to come up, I'm going to pat while I've got that in my hand. I'm going to remove. Remembering this horse knows exactly how to take a bit. This is all behavioural after an incident that occurred with a learning person who wasn't quite able to forget about what they're doing over there. They've got sheep over there and she's carrying on about the sheep. I'm going to ask her again. We're going to practice that. We're going to practice our drop. A lot better than yesterday. Good girl. Take that away. We'll wander for a second. We're going to get back. And ask her a drop. Lovely job. Lovely job. There we go again. I'm watching for that body language there and that rigidness and that leg coming up like that. So that's not going to be on. So every time she does that, we're going to march back. Drop and back. Trust me, after a while, she'll get sick of going backwards. Back. Think about that. I want her to stand and think about that. Hook. 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 I want her to listen. Again, there's not going to be a rush. We're not going to rush anything. We're just going to take it very easy and very slowly. Because we don't want to make another mistake like what caused this problem in the beginning, which is rushing, not having her do her routine the way she's supposed to have it done. We'll go over and over and over again. That's all right, we'll just keep going. So she relaxes and drops. Drop. Drop. And she's looking for a release, and she thinks if she paws me, she's going to get it. She's going to get the release when she's got her head down. When her head's down, that's when we remove. Head back up there. And this is what we keep doing. Reinforcing that when the head is down, that is when the release will happen. It won't happen when it's up here in the air. Let's see if she'll drop for me by herself. I'm going to ask her to drop. Thank you. Let's see if she'll keep that drop when I pop that over. This time we're keeping our head down. This is what we want. We want that head down and we want her calm while it's down. And while it's still down, we're going to ask her again, drop, and then we'll remove while it's down. Do you see what I'm trying to do? So what I'm trying to do with her is reinforce to her. She's watching something. She's not paying attention to me. Back. Let's get her eyes back on me. So what I'm trying to do is get her attention where if she drops in that submissive pose, that's where all the release comes from. It doesn't come when you've got your head up high. You teach them that the release comes when their head's up high, you're going to have a rear on your hands. And believe me, you don't want that. I had one here that I was looking after for a while there that belonged to a farrier I had, and it was a rearer and he was a bugger. Anytime you try to catch him, he just rear up. It's ridiculous. So let's try one more time. Drop. Pop that over. This time we're going to stand right here. We're going to say drop, drop, pay attention, drop, and we're going to ask her to allow this to touch. No, we don't want crowding back. She's not to crowd in. Crowding in is dangerous. We don't do that. Good girl. Remember, this has to be her idea. If it's not her idea, it is pointless. She has to be understanding what I'm asking. The communication has to be clear and concise and consistent. If it's not, we're going to just keep having the same problem. Ask her to drop, right down, there we go, and then we're going to remove. Whatever she's still there, we're not going to take down. So drop and relax. No, so she's up here, and she's up here, then we're going to stay, and see this behaviour is coming back again. We're going to stay on, we're not going to get off until she drops. So let's ask her again. Let's relax. Relax. Thank you. When she's dropped down and she's relaxed, like that, that's when we can remove. Now the other thing I want her to learn is when this comes off, that doesn't automatically mean the rest of it's coming down. So I'm going to ask her to drop again. There we go. And then we remove. Why am I taking so long to do this? I'm doing this because I want to reinforce a very good behaviour first and foremost. And she's paying attention to a bunch of sheep who are about to be having themselves shorn and drenched. We're going to have a little exercise while we're waiting, where we're going to yawn and stretch and open our mouth up, get ready for things to go in. Good girl. And you can see there, we're going to get her to drop and yawn. Drop, big yawn, let's go down. And again, it comes out when it's down, not when it's up in the air. Practice this side again, one more. She's just not into anything, see she's dropping for me, ready to go. And I'm going to ask her to give me that. She likes this exercise, so she's not hard to work with this. But I want her to pay attention to here, not to the sheep over there. Good girl. And that's where we want her head to be. When we're working with her, we want her head down like that. That's what we need. She's a smart one, so I wouldn't be surprised if she tries again to test me a few times. It will not be a surprise to me at all. But you can see there she's no longer trying to lift her head super high there. And we're going to ask again for a drop. And relax. Good girl. And we're getting closer without too much drama until I just caught that one there. Hey, Tocky, don't. Now for those who watched when I had this yesterday, or whatever day it was, however long ago it was, it was very difficult to get to this point. And she's going to do it again. So we're going to ask her to drop. She says, I don't know if I want to do that. Not too sure about that. Thinking about it, but not certain about it. So we're going to just let it sit like this, and I'm going to just have my hand up here. Just relax. Relax. So I'm going to wait for her to give me her head. I want her to drop. Good girl. The other thing you've got to be mindful of is when they're like this, they can really discover very quickly that they can headbutt you and hurt you. Once they discover that, you're in trouble. So she's refusing again. Good girl, relax. You're going to make it her idea. Just relax. Drop. Drop. Good girl. And see how she just dropped for me then when I asked? So that's what we want. Now that did not take 45 minutes. It took a few minutes, but not 45 minutes. Much better than yesterday. And I'm a lot better, I'm a lot more pleased with that behaviour. And you can see now, we got it done in about, probably, how many minutes has it been? Probably 10, 15 minutes, as opposed to 45 minutes, a third of the time today. I could have rushed it, but if I had rushed it, we may have been back to square one again. So it took 15 minutes, say, to do that. That's a long time. Most people have the bridle on in 30 seconds. Usually I've got it on in 30 seconds. So for me, 15 minutes compared to 45 minutes is a win. I'm happy with that. If it had taken me 45 minutes or longer, I would have been like, what am I doing wrong here? I need to look at what I'm doing. Now, I did revise and have a look at what I was doing, and there were a couple of things I did wrong. There were a couple of times where she lifted her head high, and I actually let it drop out instead of continuing to push up. But the thing is, I didn't want to get myself skewered by her and have her, you know, kick me forwards like that and knock me the heck down. So what we got to do is, when we are teaching her, we really want to reinforce that relaxing drop and back to the very basics of where we ask for the drop. Once we ask for the drop, that's pretty much it then. We've got what we need. Horses are huge, and they can hurt you and they can kill you with one strike. Trust me, if she wanted me dead, she could kill me very quickly. And she has tried with a few people to hurt them a couple of times, where she's just gotten that dominance and gone crazy. She looks really calm and quiet, but she's not calm and quiet when she doesn't get her way. So we need to, with her, we must always make it her idea for it to happen. If it's my idea, it won't work. If it's the other person's idea, it won't work. She has to be the one that says, I'm ready, I'm going to do that. If you understand horse psychology, that's how you got to work with them, especially a domineering horse like her. If you fight her, you will lose. There is no competition. 50, 55 kilos, 500 kilos. It's a no-brainer. So you really got to just work on that. And then what we do, now that she's done really well, we give her some acknowledgement. We'll go for a walk, do something, have a purpose for a minute. Oi, stop. And come on, a weird space there right now. I don't know what that's about. Coffee! Oi! Stop! Stop! Stop that! I'm just going to quickly have a quick look at these front feet of hers. And give them a stretch. Good girl. And I mean, she's very well trained. She's not hopeless. Well-trained horse. She's just got a mind of her own. She's a mare who has a mind of her own. And if she doesn't want to do it, she won't. What I'm going to do, so we don't get into any trouble with her carrying on, she thinks I'm taking it off. I'm not taking it off. I'm just going to wrap it up through here where we're not getting ourselves caught in any way, shape or form. So I can get her feet looked at. I can never remember how to do this, and never leave a horse like this on its own. If you go somewhere, don't ever leave a horse with a halter on or with the rope like that. If you've got to go somewhere and do something for 10 minutes, take it all off. Don't be lazy, because what you can end up with is strangling your horse. Your horse can also go to scratch its face, get its foot caught in here and break its leg. I actually know somebody whose horse did that, and they broke the leg and the horse had to be put down. It panicked and broke its leg. She's not one to panic, but you just don't know what's going to happen. You see, she hands me her hoof nicely. Good girl, lovely patience, good girl. Straight way, up she comes. And you always got to watch it with a horse that paws. And watch out what you're doing, so that they don't strike you. And see, that's what she's trying to do. See what she's doing there? She's handing me her foot. And she's trying to strike while she's doing it. And that's just bad behaviour. That's just bad behaviour, isn't it? So, well, I've kind of got the shits with things. Good girl. She didn't try it again, so she realises I need a water. She's realising that I'm not playing today, and we're going to work out very quickly that I'm not going to play games. So she understands from yesterday, with all the patience I had with her yesterday, she gets it, I'm not going to give up. So today she's actually behaving really nicely, and I'm pleased with this. It took a little while, but she's doing well. Now that doesn't mean that I've got nerves of steel right now. I don't. My nerves are actually shot. Give me a moment. I'm just going to bring this in here. I'm really not in the mood for riding. It's very windy. It's really crazy weather. I'm not going to worry about riding. What I want to do myself up and about. Good girl. Good girl. Oh, she's good girl. Drop down and relax. Good girl. Good job. Nice girl. So she's a bit more accepting today. And then tomorrow I'll come out again if the weather permits and I'll do it all again. And we'll keep practicing each day until we feel comfortable with it all. Good girl. Drop and relax. Drop down. Drop. Good girl. Nice and relaxed. Oh, she's lovely. She's lovely. Good job. So she's much better than she was yesterday. I'm, however, not any better. I'm actually nervous as all hell because there's some sheep behind me that are darting all over the place. So I'm concerned about all that. And it's windy. The weather's not the best. So I'm not going to ride her today. That's as far as I'm going. And watch her body language when I start to take this and thread this back through. Watch what she does. She gets a look in her eye, which basically is, oh, okay, I'm done. I'm finished, all good, I'm fine. But I do want to sit up just to make sure she understands that I can actually mount her and it's not going to be a problem. So she doesn't forget about that. And the next time somebody comes up to ride her, she's not going to challenge them on getting on. We do not want that happening. Good girl. I'm just going to get on and sit quietly and calmly. Just going to relax. And see, as soon as I touch her on the neck, she relaxes and puts her head down and gives me a nice, relaxed, quiet pose. I'm not even putting my foot in the stirrup yet. I have now. Good girl. I'm going to hop down. I want her to relax while I hop down. Relax. Good girl. There we go. Go the other side and do the same thing. And then that's it. Back to basics. If she says, I don't want, I'm going to ask her to stand and wait for me. Good girl. Relax. Put your foot forward. So see how she's standing there. I want her to bring her foot a little forward. There we go. That's a better movement. And space. Stand and stay. I'm going to get myself up and over. Just going to relax and give myself a bit of a break there. And I'm going to ask her to stay down while I get off. Good girl. And good job. That's pretty much it for that. And that's really good. We're going to finish on a good note there because she's done really well. And she's going to go and have her time out. But first we'll just make sure we're going to get our bridle off without any drama. So let's watch what we ask her to do. She's putting her head down for me, ready to go. She understands that head down means we get a release. Wanted to spit, and there we go. No problem. Not a drama, nothing. She gets the release, there's no frightenedness, there's no fear. She's back to almost normal again. Next time when I do it tomorrow, I would expect her to have that bit on within 5 minutes or even sooner. So that's how we'll work it with her. But she's done a phenomenal job today. I'm going to let her go back home have her break. Good girl. And she's done really well. Thanks for everybody for watching. I appreciate it. And apologies for where the stream doesn't run very well. It's just how it is. Can't do much about it, but thank you very much. I'll catch you guys later on. Thanks, Ian. Appreciate your input too. You're a horseman, so I do appreciate it. Have a great morning, guys, or afternoon or evening. Thank you. Bye for now.